Good afternoon, students. Please wait for another 2 minutes. Other students should join, then we have to start our class. Okay, we will start now. Listen, in Unit 2, we have to already discussed all these testings: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, smoke testing. Regression testing, acceptance testing. So we have to revise now. In unit testing, there will be a that is we have to working out individual parts. It will be working or not. Just a minute, student. The main objective of the unit testing is to isolate the section of the code and verify the correctness and verify each function is working or not. So this is the main objective for the unit testing. Then there will be two types of testing. So there, one is manual and another is automated, and there will be four process included in the unit testing: create the test case, review or rework, and baseline, then execute the test cases. In the unit testing, there will be tools. We have to use some common tools. There is JTest, JUnit, NUnit, and EMA, and PHP unit. These are all the common unit. Then, what is the unit testing advantages? It will be allow the developer to learn what is the functionality and what is the how to refine the code work and how to test the parts. These are all the advantages for developer side. And next one is integration testing. In the integration testing, we have to combine all those modules. So we have to do this testing. That is, we have to combine all those modules, and it will be working fine or not. So when you are taking the software modules, it will be each and every model is developed by some other programmers. So it will be combined and it will be working or not. We will check that it will be working or not. The next one. The main objective is if there is any defect data, it will be deduct earlier. So, and one more, there is a two approaches. One is Big Bang, another one is incremental. In the incremental approach, we have another more approaches: top down, bottom up, and sandwich. Right? In Big Bang approach, all the modules are integrated first, then it will be executed. That is tested. It will be working or not. But in the incremental, that is the Big Bang approach only is convenient for small system. Disadvantage is the localization is very difficult. That is we have to. That is for finding the fault is very difficult. So, and we go for the incremental approach. In the incremental approach, we have a that we have to do individual test. We have to do individual test in the module. Then we have to combine all other modules. Then we have to check finally also. First, we have to check individual modules. Then we have to combine. Then we have to check it will be working logically or not. Then advantage is fault localization is easier and no waste of timing. Then disadvantages, that is critical models which control the flow of applications are tested at last. So it will be some defects will be there. There will be a top-down approach. First, we have to test the top modules. Then we go for the sub modules. Here, the next one is bottom-up approach. Here also, the first, the sub-modules are merged one by one, and it will be go for the top. This will be incremental approach. The next one, sandwich. The sandwich, it will be a mixed sandwich testing is the mixed of top down and the bottom up. It will be another, the another name is called hybrid approach. This will be combined of top down and then bottom up. So it will be called as another name, hybrid approach. Then there will be entry and exit criteria for integration testing. Mm, then system testing. In system testing, there will be it is the level of one of the level of testing. It validates the complete and fully integrated product and also evaluate the end-to-end system specification. And there will be a types of system testing, usability testing, load testing, regression testing, recovery testing, migration testing, functional testing, and hardware or software testing. These are all the types of system testing. And smoke testing. The smoke testing is one of the process. It will be check whether the system is stable or not. It will be done by the QA team. Then it will be if after verification of all those things, then it will be go for the functionality testing. That is, it is a series of test cases. It was designed and build for all those errors, then it will be go for if the QA team is given the approval, then it will be go for the functional testing. Otherwise, it will be go for the developer side. Then here also there is a two type of testing. One is the manual smoke testing, another one is by automation. Um, this there will be a smoke testing cycle is the um, and one more is advantages of this smoke testing is easy to perform and the defect will be identified early stages. And next one is the regression. The regression testing is the process of testing. Then where we have to modify or parts of the code or anything else, or we have to include any future here that is we have to re-ensure that that will be after the modification or it will be working properly or not. That is for the regression testing. We have to take the full module or the partial module of the modification, where the modification done. All those things can be executed once again. So in the regression testing, the code is modified to optimized is working or not. Then there will be a process of regression testing, and there will be a technique. There will be four techniques. So there one the select all the test cases for testing, select test cases randomly, select a modification traversing test cases, then select higher priority test cases. In the when you go for prioritization, there will be five priority codes or they according to the technical requirements. Another one is according to the customer requirements. According to the technical requirements, we have a five codes or there. One is essential test, important test, execute, and not important test cases, and redundant test cases. And the priority based on the customer requirements, important to customer, required to increase the customer satisfaction, and helps to increase the market share of product. These are all the techniques for prioritization. Then there will be a tools for regression testing. The final one is acceptance testing. In the acceptance testing is the last phase of your testing. Then it is also check according to the user needs, requirements, and business process. So there will be seven testing according to their project. There are seven types of projects or seven types of testing so there according to their project. Types of one is a user acceptance testing, business acceptance testing, contract acceptance testing, and regulation acceptance testing, operational acceptance testing, and alpha and beta testing. The next one is clean room software engineering. The clean room software engineering is used for build the correctness in developed software. Just a minute. I'm sorry for the interruption. Please wait. I will continue now. The next one, clean room software engineering. It is an engineering approach which is used to build the correctness in developed software. Then the main concept behind the clean room software engineering is to remove the dependency on the costly process. That is mainly used for cleaning the that is wherever the discrepancy or dependency is there. That is doing the projects. We have to remove that dependency process. So we are using the clean room software engineering approach. It includes the quality approach of writing the code and also the code from the beginning of the system and finally gather into the complete system. The clean room is mainly used for the looking for the develop sorry a quality system. That's why we are have to started using this started from the beginning to ending. Then there will be a task has been applied in the incremental planning. There are it may be a nine process. One is the incremental planning, another one is the requirement gathering and box structure specification, formal design, correctness and verification, code generation, code generation, inspection, verification, statistical test planning, statistical use testing, and certification. These all the process, including these all the tasks are including in the clean room engineering approach. What is mean by incremental planning? That is, the incremental planning is nothing but we have to define. Sorry, there is a connection issues. Am I audible? Presentation is visible to you.
Yes, yes, miss.
Yes, okay. The first one is clean room software engineering is nothing but it is one of the correctness, that is correctness in your developed software. We are having the following task occurring in your a clean room engineering. First one is incremental. What is mean by incremental? We have to, in this task we have to planning the incremental developed, that is functionality of each module and the project size of increment. Then what are the schedules? These are all included in the incremental planning. This task is care to be taken. Each increment is certified and integrated in the proper timing according to their plan. According to their plan, in the incremental plan, in this task, we have to create the incremental plan for developing the software. In that
Ma'am,
particular
screen is not
task,
visible.
screen is not visible. Just a minute. Now is visible. Yeah, okay, fine. Here, first step in this first task, we have to create the incremental planning. In this planning, we have to first create the plan for developing your project. There, and first, after creating the plan, here, what are the things we have to include? The functionality of each increment and project size and a clean room development schedule. All those things has been created in the incremental plan. Here there will we have to care of the each increment, that is that has been each planning of your project has been each increment has been certified and integrated in the proper time according to the plan. The next one, requirement gathering. What is mean by requirement gathering? In the requirement gathering is done using the traditional technique like analysis, design, code, test, and debug. It may be all those things included: analysis, design, code, and test and debug. A more detailed description of the customer level requirement is developed here. In the requirement gathering, we have to gathering is done using the traditional techniques like analysis, design, code, test, and debug. And also we have to given the more detailed description about customer level requirement. That plan, that requirement is has been developed here. The next one, box structure specification. What is box structure specification? What is the process of this? This is the specification methods. This is the one of the specification method for using the box structure. The box structure is used to describe the functional specifications. It is used to specify the functional specification. The box structure is used to describe all those functions, function modules, whatever the each module, what are the things we are going to done, what are the operations we are going to done. All those functional specification must include using the bar structure. The bar structure is mainly used for describing all the functionalities included in your modules of project. The bar structure also separate and isolate the behavior data and procedure for each increment. Um, uh, and one more is the fourth one is formal design. In the formal design, the clean room design is natural specification by using the block box structure and approach. This specification is called state boxes. The previous one we called as box structure. Like the way in formal design, the specification is called as state boxes and component level diagrams are called as clear boxes. In clean room design engineering, we have to use the specification by using the block box structure approach. In the block box structure approach, we have to call the state boxes. That is, there will be a specification. No, that is will be called as state boxes. And the component diagrams, when you are using the diagrams, component level diagrams, are called as clear boxes. And then the fourth process is correctness verification. What is mean by correctness verification? In this clean Again, the connection was lost for me. Please enter your enrollment number for the attendance. More than 3 times it was disconnected. So, okay, we will continue this in next lecture class. Thank you, everyone. Without fail, you have to mark your attendance. Thank you all. Please make sure enter your attendance or not. Those who are enter your attendance, please kindly leave from the class.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Hadi.
Can I tell you my number?
Yeah, tell me your number.
4108.
4108.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Ahmad Hassan, have you entered your number? Muhammad Abdullah. Okay, you can leave. Yeah, I will upload PPT now itself. I will share this PPT in e-content now itself I'm doing.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
my network is very low
Ah,
and it's too so late to attendance.
you're telling your number. I think so. 005, right?
Yes, ma'am.
4005.
Yes. TD1.
Yeah, okay.
Ma'am, and 4071.
Yeah, your number already done.
Hello, ma'am.
Ahmad, your number. Oh, you are not. You tell me your number. Ahmad Hassan. What's your number?
Yes, ma'am. I am writing in chat 4071 TT1.
Okay, 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 fine.
4071.
Yeah, okay, okay. I got it.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.